Okay, this is the Jenkins Advocacy Outreach SIG meeting for March 20th. On the agenda, I have GSOC. We'll probably spend some time on it. Contributor spotlight stories, and then wanted to talk about the X Twitter discussion, our annual Community Contributor Award, and next meeting. Anything else we need to add? Do we need to add anything for strengthening the community efforts, Chris?
I think that's like that is some fine tuning on my end, but on that, it's good now, I think.
Okay, so we don't need to add this to the agenda, do we? We're
Um,
good?
no.
Okay. All right. Anything else we need to add? Okay. So GSOC. It looks like we have, last I checked, I think it was like 13 or 16
We had 17 earlier today, but some of them were strike through, so I guess they are not valid.
Oh,
yeah.
actually, someone submitted like more than twice, so
Okay.
Yeah.
we're not going to review those.
So one of them was I saw the email that you sent to that person, Chris.
Mhm.
I reached out to them yesterday and they said that they're both of the same, just take the latest submission.
We won't do that for them. No, that's against the rule.
Sorry, say that again.
That's against the rule. We won't review it for them again. Just once.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, all right. Um, so I haven't, so this, I pulled this together, my evening yesterday. So it's probably not updated with the strike throughs. But it looks like the AI powered chatbot for Jenkins is the most popular. Are we ready
Yeah.
for this?
We saw that
As
earlier in Gitter because there were lots of messages regarding that. We also saw that in discourse, community.jenkins.io. People seem to be crazy about this idea. Congrats, Chris.
I didn't propose it though. It was like
Oh,
when
really?
I think it was, yeah.
because I proposed the LM one, but we don't have the data yet. I need to chase them in.
Okay,
Without
so
cannot be done. Like the proposal cannot be completed by the
yeah.
contributors.
Yeah. But some of the proposals are maybe too high level. And some people are asking, where is the repository I can contribute to? It just does not exist. So that's part of the problem.
Yeah. All right. Backend refactoring for infra statistics, Swagger are uh, close to a match together. And then we got improving plugin modernizer, revamping Jenkins.io website success stories.
Yeah, but for improving plugin modernizer, if I'm not mistaken, we have a proposal from Ronak. Ronak, sorry if I'm butchering your name, who is the contributor who has already started working on plugin modernizer. So the proposal is good. Oh, sorry, maybe I shouldn't say that already. But the proposal is good because he knows what he's talking about, of course.
Yeah, I think it helps when they contribute in advance and
Yeah.
doing this together hand in hand. I think it helps. Okay. So I have April 1st as the deadline for draft proposal review submission. And so I'm aiming for April 4th for mentors to complete the review. Would that work? This is just an arbitrary date that I'm kind of like working things backward because April 8th is their application deadline. So that if there's any feedback that we provide them, it gives them about 4 days or a little bit less to make their updates and changes to submit the final.
Okay. Yeah, makes
So
sense.
on April the 4th, we have to finish the reviews and then tell the potential mentees, yes, you're good, we're going with you. That's right. That's your idea, your proposal we are submitting to Google. No,
No. So the draft proposals, so mentors should aim to complete review of the draft proposal by April 4th.
that's good
And
for me.
then, yeah, right? So April 4th, and then because then whatever feedback that the mentors has given them, it gives them about 4 days to make changes to their final draft to submit into Google portal.
Okay, I was wrong with that. Okay, I thought that they would only submit if we were telling them you're the one we are going with. So
Not
everybody will
yet.
submit to Google, and then we'll let them know which one is okay. My memory is
Right.
not what it used to be. Thank you for clarifying.
No worries. Okay, so those are the dates, and I will send out reminder to all mentors as well. And then for the week of April 21st. So let me step forward a little bit. So April 29th is when we need to provide the rankings
Okay.
to Google. And so based on the 29th, working backwards, right? I'm going to set up meetings the week of April 21st to meet with lead mentors. So this means that by this time, all the reviews or all the grading should have been in by mentors. Does
Okay.
that make sense? Right? And
Yeah.
so the week of the 21st is when we will, I will work on tallying up the date and the grades. And then I will meet with, org admins will meet with lead mentors to confirm their the selection, right? So we'll show them, okay, hey, these are the list of candidates for your project idea. These are the grades that we received. What do you think about, this first top couple of candidates? And let's select one. And also to check in whether anything has changed with the mentors, their timing, their things like that. So that would be the week of the 21st. And then I'm hoping that us as org admins on April 24th, we meet and finalize our selection, like the number of proposal and the candidates, and be ready to submit, but before 29th. Does that sound okay?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to give us leadway in case things comes up.
Okay. Also, I think we may have some interviews for some projects this year, such as for the AI project bot. But
Interviews?
yeah, those who would come if we're going to have some interviews, it's going to be in April.
Okay. So April, what, Chris? So then, if
Uh,
I mean, I can adjust these dates.
no, it's going to coincide with the proposal review date. So it's going to be between April 1st and the 8th.
Okay. Um, um, is there anything that I need to do for that?
Mm. Not none that I know of, but I'll need to check with the lead mentors or co-mentors. So
Okay.
we're like,
Well,
yeah,
yeah, just holler if there's anything that I can help with to help make sure things move along.
yeah, okay.
Okay, so that only applies to the AI-powered chatbot for Jenkins project, right?
Not sure yet, because we may have more like job proposals later.
Mm. Okay, just let me know. And like I said, I can move these dates a little bit out further if we need to help us finalize with our decision making. Okay, like the April 21st and April 24th.
Yeah.
All right. Hi, Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
All right. Anything else that we need to discuss for GSAC? Busy
Mm,
time for us.
yeah, it's like anything you can think of, Bruno? I think no.
No. So sorry, I was just thinking. No, I think we're good. No.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think right now, as long as we meet the April 29th date, should be okay. But yeah, keep us posted, Chris, if there's anything that, we need to help with, okay?
Okay.
Kevin, so contributor spotlight stories, you have stories from Sasha, Meg, and Yaroslav, right?
So I have so Yaroslav's is submitted as a pull request. He's been reviewing it and providing feedback. I do need someone else to review and potentially provide approval as well when they have a chance. Sasha I've interviewed, so he's up next for April.
Okay.
And then I haven't spoken with Meg yet, and I haven't seen anything. I just checked the Google form, but I didn't see anything from her there. Has she submitted something to you separately, Alyssa? Or
Let me check. I thought that she said that she submitted, but let me check
okay,
in the Google form. Okay.
okay, yeah, because I know she had said yes that she'd be
Yeah.
willing to provide that, but I hadn't actually seen anything come through or interview scheduled, so I wasn't sure if there was just something I might have missed. That's all.
Right. Yeah. With her, I think it was through Google form.
Okay.
Yeah, but let me check.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
And then I need to set up a meeting with you and the organizer, the chair for the scale conference, who has been given the Jenkins project, like I don't know, since the beginning, a free booth space, and it's a 10 feet by 10 feet booth space. So that's pricey. So they've given us for free for many years now. So his name is it's pronounced almost like Elon, Kevin, but it's
Okay.
Ilan.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, but with the political thing going on right now, so just try not to be too close to that Elon.
No, no, no worries there.
Yeah. Because I was warned by other organizers at the conference when I was there. So
Oh,
thought I'd share that with you.
okay. Good to know. Thank you.
Yeah. And then also on the list is going to be somebody from AWS and JFrog. I
Oh,
spoke with
cool.
Mark about them, and Mark has meetings with them, and Mark will connect me with them
Awesome.
eventually.
That
But
sounds great.
that's on the list.
Cool.
All right, so open for discussion is our next topic. X Twitter discussion. Bruno has brought this up, and Kevin also has brought this up. Yeah, with a lot of with the political environment right now, um, what do we want to do about our Twitter account? Right now, we have 78,000 followers. Our LinkedIn account is doing far better than our Twitter account. I checked on CDF to see whether we want to follow suit what they're doing. They're still using X, it seems, but they're also on Mastodon and Blue Sky.
I think we should definitely add Blue Sky.
What about Mastodon?
We could add that too if you want to, yeah.
Is
Okay.
Mastodon
Yeah.
still invite only? I know originally it was something you had to like be invited to or get a reference for, I think.
It's the reverse. It was a Blue Sky.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I have it
yeah.
backwards. Got it.
And I don't know if it's that still the case, but I have tons of invites. So yeah, why not? But that doesn't mean that even if we create an account for Jenkins, that doesn't mean that people will follow us on Blue Sky. That's a whole different ecosystem. So we'll see.
I
So,
forget.
And yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead, Lisa.
so let's say right now we have 78,000 followers. Can we still, well, I guess, can we invite all of those followers? I'm sorry, I'm not on Mastodon nor Blue Sky,
I'm
so.
afraid it's against the rules of X, since Twitter became X. And there used to be some tools in order to help people to migrate, but I think they don't work anymore. But I could be wrong. Kevin, I interrupted you. You were about to say something, maybe. No.
No, I was the only thing I was going to say is that I forget who brought it up. I want to say it might have been Daniel Beck, but someone had mentioned that if you go to the like Jenkins Twitter account, if you're not a logged in user, it shows
Oh,
really
yes.
random old posts and not currently like up to date. And I was thinking that even if we don't look at it from a like political slant, it just seems like to better serve the project and keep people up to date properly, not having an algorithm that's kind of working against that would be really beneficial.
That's
And
a really good point.
I think LinkedIn doing so much better is just because it's a professional thing and it's going to attract more professional people than other parts of the internet. So I mean, and I was actually I was looking at statistics for when we published a contributor spotlight, and it does seem like there's a lot more engagement on LinkedIn for that than on X at this point. So I think is like as long as we're talking about this in the correct or like more kind of black and white sense, then I think it might be okay. And if yeah, I know that Blue Sky is and Mastodon are not as heavily populated yet, but um, if anything, it would just extend the reach of the project. So I don't think that's a bad thing in any sense of the idea. So
Okay.
And
Yeah.
if your next question was about should we leave Twitter, I even if frankly Twitter has been a shit show. Sorry for the bad word, but for a few months now, I guess we shouldn't leave our followers and go elsewhere. We should put other social medias on top of that and not leave Twitter. You never know. I read this morning that maybe Twitter could be the Twitter we once knew a few months from now, just because somebody may not have the funds to keep it open, because of some other stock going down and some, you never know. Twitter X could become Twitter one of these days, so better not leave. And sometimes even the reaction we see from people when some companies or projects leave Twitter, boo, now that everybody does so, you're also leaving. You're like a sheep. So let's keep it that way if you don't mind.
Okay. What does everybody else think? Kevin?
yeah, I don't think we should leave or anything like that, but I think we can promote other aspects or other accounts that we could be followed through or connected with just to give people different avenues. And I'm thinking in terms of like Alex Brandes is no longer on X. He removed it from his author profile. Like we have members of the community and other people that are leaving for other options. Sasha Laburi also, like when I was interviewing him, I brought it up and he's like, no, I'm not on there anymore. So it's not something we have to engage with in terms of like what it means in a political sense, but we can just look towards other avenues for connecting with the community. And the more options they have, the more freedom they have to do that, the more we can try and engage with them. The numbers, it might be not as high a number or high a count at first, but if we can at least start that conversation or engagement or what have you, it just it's I think it's important for us to not get too political with things, as we've seen with feedback on things like the Ukraine war and other things going on in the world. People are not necessarily against it, but not supportive of it at the same time. They want it to just be a Jenkins as a project, like just keep Jenkins kind of thing. But if we, like I said, if we approach it with the idea of extending the community reach and engagement, then I think that's a perfectly valid reason for joining other sites and trying to find that space.
That makes sense to me. Thanks, Kevin. What about you, Chris?
I think we should stay. Just like maybe
Okay.
don't be too political when we don't need to.
Okay. Okay, so then we'll just consensus is keep X as it is, add on Mastodon and Blue Sky. So we will probably need to do we need to go to the governance board for Mastodon and Blue Sky approval? I think so.
That would be a good idea, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess it doesn't hurt, right?
Doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
And we don't have to be there. We can just leave a note in the document and just see where it goes.
Okay. Yeah, and then I'll also check with CDF about Mastodon and Blue Sky and if there's if we can leverage their existing account, or I don't know how it all works. So I need to figure that stuff out with Roxanne.
Yeah. But maybe they even have some tools in order to, work in one place and then send to you never know, that could happen.
That would be awesome because I'm like
I don't think so, but hope is a good thing to have.
like 3 places now. I gotta go to 3 places. Okay.
Yeah, more work for Alisa.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. That was a topic that we needed to discuss. Okay. Anything else before we move on? Okay. The annual Community Contributor Award is here. Nomination is open until the 14th. The issues are up. The blog post is up. Thank you for this whole village of helping me with my pull request and GitHub. No fun, but thank you. So
Thank you for
please,
the blog post.
yeah, but please nominate somebody. We have a lot of great people in our community. So,
And do you want to, sorry, Alyssa, do you want to add that to the Jumbotron as well in some capacity? We could add it in as an additional item, or if there's something that can be replaced, we can replace it. But I think the ones that we have now are we want to keep up there. So
okay, let me take a look, Kevin,
Okay.
and then would you be the person to help with that?
yeah, I can take care of that. That's not a problem.
Okay, cool. All right, so the next meeting I'm setting up is for April 17th.